Basketball, early morning basketball here at the Cajun Dome as Theo Akuba will jump it up against Javius McInnes, and the Cajuns will get the first crack at it.
A couple new starters in the lineup for Louisiana today. We'll probably see Jordan coming off the bench pretty quick, along with Kobe Julian.
Antoine Jones in the lineup, along with Isaiah Richards, as the Cajuns with a couple of new bigs in the game. Jones almost gets cut off. He gets it back to Garnett. He'll take it in the lane. The spin around jumper off the back iron, no good. McInnes has the rebound. McInnes was second in the country in rebounding last year. As you see the starting lineup, Gabe Watson getting the start. Otherwise, it is the same starters that the Tigers used in their road trip at Indiana on Tuesday, as McInnes has it outside. Drive inside, teardrop shot put up and good by Jonas James III, the senior hometown product from Jackson, Mississippi.
The lefty was allowed to drive left that time. That's a scouting report thing that you want to know if he's left-handed, right-handed. That time they allowed him to go to his left, a strong hand, and he finishes in the paint.
Jones tries to go down low to Richards. Mistaken communication, out of bounds. It will be Tiger basketball. Cajuns had 28 turnovers in that game against Marshall.
Yeah, and that's too many. I think Louisiana does have the big-time advantage in the paint. Coach Marlin trying to go inside early, but Jones turns it over.
McInnes cross court, puts it in the hands of Chris Freeman. Try to go inside. That shot's deflected, but a foul's going to be called inside, and McInnes will go to the line. And this is something that Jackson State has not done this year, Eric. They've only made 30 free throws in 5 games. They've been outscored from the line 73 to 30 in those 5. They just haven't gotten there.
Yeah, and they've got to get there. This guy coming in, McInnes, averaging a double-double at 11 points. Second on the team, but first in rebounding at 10 a game.
He averaged 13.2 rebounds a game last year. This year, shooting 91% from the line, but misses the first one. And the second one. But the offensive rebound is controlled by the Tigers, and they'll get another crack at it. Long three ball that time by Watson's no good. Cajuns come away with it as Williams will stop and pop the three, and that comes up well short, but Jones in the right place at the right time. Transfer from Creighton, kicks it outside. Williams again looks for the penetration, now down low, and again a mistake in communication, but this time it is a foul call down low. Cajuns got a little bailed out on that one.
Yeah, I think the Tigers switched that time, and it was definitely a mismatch for Richards. And the little guy inside, James, just held him so he couldn't go to the ball. Charles checking in for Louisiana.
Joe Charles, the freshman from Karen Crow, has not seen a lot of action this year, only averaging 6 minutes a game.
He'll come in for Richards.
Jones on the drive, muscles it up and puts it home. The transfer from Creighton with his first basket of the day.
Muscles it up is right. That's a great baseline drive and strong enough to absorb a little contact. No call, but he does finish off the glass.
Watson being guarded by Richards, hands it off to Ken Evans. He'll go cross court, long three ball by James. All fire, no good. Jones is there for the rebound. He has been everywhere through the first minute.
Playing hard, being aggressive on the offensive end. A little pull-up jumper in the lane, no good by Jones.
Can't get that one to go, and Evans has the rebound. And now almost a mistake in communication, but the Tigers able to come up with it with still plenty of time on the shot clock.
Both teams in man-to-man. Louisiana, an outstanding man-to-man defensive team.
McInnes inside, working against Akuba. Gets the roll off the back iron. Javius McInnes with his first bucket. Captain the team and a Lou Henson watch list member.
That's a tough move right there to score over Akuba. But he got to his spot, got in the middle of the lane. You can either use the glass or go straight in. Gave it a chance and it went down. Jones
back to Charles. He'll put up that set shot three. That's not there. Fight for it, and Watson comes away with it. Now another loose ball.
By Jones.
Jones hustling in, and Watson still on the floor. He looks like he's okay. Cajuns with the advantage inside. Charles gets the layup. Joe Charles doesn't shoot a lot of short shots. He's that outside guy.
Little offensive transition right there off of the turnover, and Jones with a great pass. Joe Charles finishes around the rim. Easy two for Louisiana off of defense.
James tries to go to Watson, knocked away. Williams comes away with it and gets pushed from behind. Looks like it won't be anything besides the regular foul. That's the kind of position that a lot of times you get that flagrant call, but this one didn't look really intentional.
Yeah, just a little bump from behind. He doesn't reach or come across the arms or hack in any way. Nothing vicious. Just a little push. Louisiana will take it out under their own basket. Watson
picks up his first foul, second team foul. Louisiana will inbound. And now we'll have it should have reset, I believe, to 20, if I'm right.
27 up there.
At least I think it resets to 20. If a foul on the offensive end. Well, now they'll set to 25. We'll just split the difference and keep playing.
Play ball.
Jones looking for the baseline drive again. Now he'll take it in the lane. He's got the mismatch. Before the shot, the foul is going to be called on Freeman. That's his first.
Jones being patient on that block, trying to get to his spot, was going to the drop step as he dribbled to the middle of the court right there. And you see that drop step and just way too much contact at that time by Freeman.
Jones, product of Orlando, transferred from Creighton. He's only been playing 8 minutes a game through the Cajuns' first 5. But you know what kind of potential he has. Garnett tried the little give and go, goes to Charles, and now back into the hands of Jones. He's got the size mismatch, and he'll take it inside. He'll get bumped again. And I think Freeman just picked up his second foul. Cajuns will have the basketball when we come back. 15:47 left in the from ULM. Their coach is getting way too smart for us.
That's definitely impressive and doing a great job there at Jackson State. Had a great year last year, and this year the road warrior, spending a lot of time on the road.
Took over in 2013. He was one of those rare guys who stepped right from the prep coaching ranks to a head coaching rank in college. He had 3 state titles at Callaway High in Mississippi as the Cajuns turn it over on their end. Second turnover of the ball game. And Colty Young, freshman from Starkville, Mississippi, checks in for the Tigers.
Barnett on the ball has been really impressive on the ball defense. You can keep that ball in front of you. You don't have to help. Here's a little penetration and kick.
Watson with the high arcing three-pointer. Almost gets the roll. The extra roll bounces it out. Watson throws up the shot. He'll draw the foul this time. Foul is going to be on Williams, picks up his first, and Watson will go to the line for the first time this season.
And that's one of the keys for Louisiana. They've got to rebound the basketball. They are an outstanding rebounding team, but they can't allow any second shots or allow this team to go to the line.
And rolls the first one in. Darian Wilson, graduate student from Brookhaven, Mississippi.
A lot of subs for Jackson State here early.
Also Darius Hicks, 6'8" graduate student from Quitman, Mississippi, transfer from Eastern Kentucky. Watson played at Tulane, had 12 starts last year for the Green Wave, and that was after playing 2 years at Southern Mississippi.
There's some full court man-to-man by Jackson State, trying to play a little up-tempo, maybe come up with a steal.
Kuba on the baseline. He's got the height advantage.
Coach Mullen definitely wanting to go inside. A Kuba spin move.
High off glass and a nice touch by the big 6'11" junior. Home state product of Montgomery, Alabama. Nice little behind the back pass to Lewis, but a little too quick, and Lewis taps his chest. Terrence Lewis, a junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, checked in during the last timeout.
He wanted to swing it over there quickly to Watson. Watson had slid down a little more into the corner, and Lewis might have mistaken the referee for him and just threw it out of bounds. by Coach Murphy over there on the bench.
Inbounds comes to Williams against the man-to-man. Charles down to Jones, who's been very active. Akuba inside, can't get it to go. Ball's going to hit out of bounds, and it will belong to Jackson State. A lot of contact inside that time. Akuba looks like he lost the handle a little bit on the way up.
Good execution. They'll get the ball right where you want it, and Akuba patient on that block, maybe draw a foul as we see Kobe Julian check in.
Kobe Julian checks in for Louisiana. He'd started the first 5 games. Redshirt freshman from Baton Rouge. I say redshirt freshman. He's been around here 3 years already. Has those injury problems, and hopefully he can have a fully injury-free season. Colty Young checked in. Ball short pass gets knocked away. Julian just came in the game, gets it knocked away, and now it's knocked away at midcourt by Dylan Taylor, but it will stay with Louisiana.
Good defense by Joe Charles on the other end. They tried to get it to that high post. He's able to knock it away, and Julian with the push. Louisiana does want to play fast. If they can get turnovers and get some easy buckets in transition, they'll definitely take them. They got guys that can push it too.
Tigers have already played 10 players in this one. We've only been playing about 6.5 minutes. Akuba inside, might have gotten away with an extra step. Ball bounces out, but Akuba comes up with the offensive glass. Inside to Julian on the run, and it's going to go out of bounds as Julian, I think, bounced it off one of the Tigers. And Cajuns will maintain possession. Pretty good defense being played by the Tigers right now.
And Joe Charles saw him kind of cutting back door, and good rotation that time by Young.
And that was a nice play by Julian to bounce it off Young's knee. And for the first time this season, Brayan Ayu, the junior from Mexico at Ranger College, Cajun's starting point guard almost all of last year. Got hurt late in the season, was still rehabbing for that injury to start this year, seeing his first action of the year.
Didn't shoot it great last year, but he's probably the best passer on this Louisiana ball club.
He'll take it inside, kick it over, but he'll get hit with the offensive foul. Maybe a little first game back jitters that time, or tried to get a little over anxious.
Great play by Young as he steps in. Ayu leaves his feet, but it is a great pass. Would have gotten the assist right there as Julian finishes, but great team defense by the Tigers and a great charge that time by Young.
Jonas James checks back in for Jackson State. A note on Ayu, who you see there. The first game last year that he played, his first game in the UL uniform, he scored 16 points against Baylor, and of course all Baylor did was go on to win the national championship. James back to Isaiah Williams. He launches the long three. That's no good. Jordan Brown got a hand on it. He's also checked in for the Cajuns. They'll take it down low to Brown. Inside pass to a wide open Duguay. Nice look that time.
That's 2 great passes. Ayu getting it to Jordan, and Jordan talented. He can pass the basketball as well. There's James, nice finish.
Nice move by Jonas James, gets his second basket. Came in averaging only 4.5 points a game. Drive inside, almost kicked away. Now Ayu from the corner, 3 ball. That's no good. Watson comes away with the rebound. Down court on the transition. Shots put up and in by Colty Young as the Tigers beat the Cajuns down court in transition. That time, Bob Marlin's going to take an early timeout.
Yeah, no doubt. Defensive transition, very important. Got to get back, got to stop the basketball. You cannot let guys get behind you, especially if you're one of the jump shooters or one of the guards at the top of the key. Bob
Marlin in his 23rd year as a Division I head coach, 11th year with the Cajuns, 208 victories. In those 11 years, he is already the all-time winningest coach in Sun Belt Conference games in program history and in conference history. A total of 556 wins as a head coach, including his time at Pensacola Junior College, product of Tupelo, Mississippi. So he's familiar with the Jackson State squad. Graduated from Mississippi State. His teams have averaged 20 wins a year over the last 8 seasons.
And he and his staff doing a great job. You've got to adjust with the times. Now you got a transfer portal. You got a lot more guys moving from college to college, you know, landing a guy like Jordan, landing a guy like Greg Williams. That's big. You got to coach, but you also got to get the right talent in here, and I think he's got a great squad this year.
Inside, a foul's going to be called away from the ball. Looks like it's going to be on Isaiah Williams, pushing Jordan Brown down in the lane. His first, 5th team foul on Jackson State. Ty Harper checks in for Louisiana, so the Cajuns now have played 11 different players here in the first 7 minutes. Brown looking to go inside. Spin move with the left hand and gets the roll. Jordan Brown makes his impact known quickly.
Coach Marlin pounding it inside early. Not many threes yet. They're going inside first. Going to play a little inside-outside, the Raging Cajuns. James
in the corner, putting up the 3 ball, in and out and in again as Ken Evans is able to drop it. 46% shooter this year from the arc. That leads the Tigers.
Second on the team with 3s made. That's his 7th of the year, and pretty good defense. Good rotation. Had a contested 3, but Evans able to knock it down, the 4th leading scorer on this Tigers team.
Brown looking to drive the baseline, puts up the left-hander. This time doesn't get the roll, and there's going to be a foul on the rebound. I think Duguay is going to pick up the foul. It'll be Jackson State ball. When we come back, 11:54 left in the first half. Tigers by 3 here at the
getting an explanation here, and we get a chance to see what happened, Dan.
Well, what has happened, and the officials did do a good job coming over and explaining to us, there was a foul called first on one of the Tigers, and it might have been on Isaiah Williams, and it was for the personal foul, and then a double technical was called, and Williams is going to be taken off the court. And I don't know if he got hit. Oh, he took an elbow for one. And we'll get a look at it, but there was a double technical call. Somebody from the Cajuns picked up the tee, so Williams now has 2 fouls. And now he tried to get back in. I don't know who for the Cajuns. And actually, yep, it was Duguay. And that is the 2nd foul on Gay. So the double technical puts 2 fouls on both of those guys, and actually the foul was on Gay inside. That's what it was, his first, and then he picked up the technical. So he has 2, and it's Tiger ball. Down low, kick outside. Watson launches the 3. That's short, but he gets his own rebound. Puts it up again and hits it again. Gabe Watson with his first basket.
AU contested the shot, but he didn't block out the shooter. The ball bounced right back to Watson. He's able to knock down the 15-footer. Got to block out the shooter.
Cajuns have the Twin Towers in now, Brown and Akuba. Brown inside, gets it knocked away by Darius Hicks. Going to go out of bounds, and it will stay with Louisiana. Cajuns have a big lineup in right now with Brown, Akuba, and also Kobe Julian. That's right, Gay is out of the lineup, and now AU gets a break. Probably try to work him in a few minutes at a time since he's played 0 minutes so far this year.
Jalen Dalcourt comes in to replace him. 5th on the team in scoring at 7.4, the Lafayette High product from right here in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Harper kicks it out. Brown will take the long 3 just before the shot clock. That's no good. McInnes has the rebound.
McInnes a rebounding machine early on.
Tigers by 5 early as we get close to the halfway mark in the first half. Jumpers put up, and canning it is Darius Hicks. Hicks signed with North Carolina State out of high school. Eventually played at Eastern Kentucky and before transferring to Jackson State as a graduate.
He is a man, 6'8". See, broad shoulders, strong little jab step, pull-up jumper. Jordan just gave him too much room right there.
Kobe Julian will take the drive inside. Nice little dipsy-do move. Julian has his first basket.
Set the ball screen, and it was nice hedge. Stepped out. He crossed over, went to the basket, used the rim as protection, and finished with a sweet reverse layup.
Hicks looking for somebody to get it to. Gets it to Evans. They'll go down low again to McInnes. Being guarded by Akuba. Gets Akuba in the air. Puts up the shot up and good. McInnes has 4 points.
Exactly right. That shot fake. When you have a shot blocker on you, that shot fake a lot of times will get him off the ground and you can finish. That's a great move by McInnes. Here comes Julian again on the reverse.
He'll get the basket and he will go to the line. Kobe Julian back-to-back drives for his first 4 points. And he'll be going to shoot free throws. Foul is on Hicks, his first.
Well, the ball screens are coming from the top, and a lot of times the guys playing ball defense will step up, try to get around that ball screen, and the baseline drive is open. And Kobe Julian with 2 nice moves, and he'll go to the line to shoot 1.
60% free throw shooter this year. 6 out of 10 from the line. Make that 7 out of 11. He's got 5 points.
Now Louisiana will extend their defense a little bit. Make it a lot tougher to get into rhythm and a lot tougher to get into their half-court offense. Dalcourt
is guarding Jonas James. He goes on the weave handoff to Watson. Reverses, puts up a tough shot, contested. Ball's tapped out by Brown, out to Dalcourt. Cajuns on the transition. Julian tries to go 3 times. Can't get that one to go, but Brown follows up and draws the foul. We talked about the size advantage Louisiana has inside. That's starting to show here in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, no doubt, and that's just pressure offense. That's Julian pushing the ball, getting all the way into the paint. He doesn't finish, but he puts pressure on the defense where they have to scramble. They can't block Jordan out. He gets the rebound. That's Brown. Can't block Brown out. He gets the finish, and he'll go to the line to shoot 1.
Foul is called on Jamarcus Jones, his first. 8th team foul on Jackson State.
Greg Williams back in. Harper out.
And Brown also has 5 points. And the Cajuns creep back within 1 after being down by 7 just a moment ago. McInnes outside. Hands it off to Taylor. They find Watson. The long 3. Julian got a piece of it. And it's going to belong to the Cajuns. On the high tap, and it was hard to tell which hand it went off of. But
here's a look at it. Great defense on the block. Both of them went for it. Looked like Brown might have swung and hit it for Louisiana.
Jones might have had the last hand on it, though. That's what the call was, and the Cajuns will have possession. A chance to retake the lead. Down low to Julian. He'll get the layup. Good patience inside. He's got 7.
Great execution, little back screen by Greg Williams, and Julian curled it, went to the basket, and a nice pass by Brown.
Taylor almost gets trapped, but they'll get it to Watson. He'll launch the 3. That one's in and out, and Akuba has the rebound. Watson struggling early, only 1 out of 6 from the field, but he gets the steal here and going the other way. Can't get the dunk to go, but he'll draw the foul and go to the line.
Great defense by Watson as Louisiana looked to run. Jalen Dalcourt advanced to Julian. Watson just came over, took it from him, and attacked the basket. Can't finish, but he'll shoot 2.
Foul is on Jalen Dalcourt. His first. 16 fouls on Louisiana as Watson will shoot a pair. In and out and back in. He's 3 for 3 today with 5 points. Antoine Jones checks back in for the Cajuns.
You mentioned it a few times early on. Jones was very aggressive in the early going, attacking the basket, making some nice passes, and he'll come back in and give Kobe Julian, who had an outstanding first half so far, a blow.
And a turnover on the Cajuns on the inbound pass, and Watson will take it to the baseline, kick it back out. Evans thought about the 3. Now he'll drive in, and his cross-court pass goes off the hand of Dylan Taylor out of bounds. That's 6 turnovers for both teams now.
Good penetration. Anytime you penetrate from the left side, a lot of times the guys on the right side of the court are open. You see a lot of those cross-court passes for 3s. That time he just couldn't handle it, and Taylor fumbles it out of bounds.
Akuba goes back to Williams. Looks for the penetration, gets it knocked away. Going the other way, Taylor will have the easy layup. And a point field goal off the Cajuns' 7th turnover.
Yeah, Taylor made that happen, knocked it away and gets the layup.
Inside shot, off glass, off the iron by Brown, and Jackson State comes away with the rebound. Evans will leave it for McInnes. And the SWAC preseason Defensive Player of the Year shows a little offense as Williams gets it stripped away again. The Tigers have numbers. Watson will stop and take the jumper and hit it. Watson's got 8 points. Cajuns 4 turnovers in the last 90 seconds.
Yeah, quick shot and a turnover. Coach Marlin not happy with execution. He wants them to slow down, run a little offense, get better shots. Here's a good shot.
Williams for 3 from the corner, in and out, no good. Brown and Akuba battling for the rebound, still battling. Gets it knocked out. Williams comes up with it. Jones will launch the 3 and hit it. Antoine Jones, only a 20% three-point shooter this year, only 1 out of 5, but cans that one.
The bigs battling inside for the offensive rebound. Can't finish. Tap it back out, and Jones, hands and feet ready, knocks down the 3.
Watson looking for the drive. He will leave it for Taylor. Back to Watson, being guarded by Dalcourt. Spin move, tough jumper up. That didn't hit anything. It's going to hit out of bounds. And it will be Cajun ball when we come back. 6:19 left in the first half. Jackson State with a 4-point lead here at the Cajun Dome. Transitions, Eric, and getting baskets.
Yeah, Louisiana wants to run and they want to get to the basket on the offensive end, but anytime the defense is back and set up, you can see a couple times Louisiana trying to force the issue, and you got to give credit to Jackson defense, and they've got 10 points off of those turnovers. That's huge right now. Louisiana only 2 off of turnovers so far.
Cajun ball as we approach the 6-minute mark of the first half. Isaiah Richards is checked back in the middle.
Jackson State may have jumped into his zone. Coach Brent changing defenses here, kind of matching up.
Louisiana with really the small lineup in, and tough shot by Dalcourt, and that's knocked away by Watson. His first block of the season. Cajuns will inbound with only 6 on the shot clock.
Pretty good move by Dalcourt, but great recovery that time by Watson for the block.
Jones put up the tough shot inside off glass. That won't go. Battle for the rebound. And coming away with it is Evans. Quickly the other end. 3 balls put up, in and out, no good by Wilson. Richards has the board. Jones will leave it for Julian. They'll go inside to Richards. And did not get the offensive foul, and now comes the late call.
The official in the C position, the referee on the baseline did not call it, but it was called offensive foul.
Second foul on Richards.
Yeah, you can see him lower that shoulder, and Hicks just holds his ground, goes to the ground, and takes the charge. That's good defense. Some of the fans don't agree with that call.
I think more they were upset with the timing, that the call wasn't made originally and then was made by the official away from the ball who had a different look at it. Now a foul's going to be called on Jones. His first foul, and the Cajuns are over the limit. Jackson State will be going to the line.
Richards and Jones with the trap right there off of the ball screen. You can play a ball screen a couple different ways. One way is to trap, and if you can get him along that sideline, you can get him in a lot of trouble. But once you have the trap, you do not want to foul, kind of bail them out. They get to go to the line.
Ken Evans, redshirt freshman, hometowner from Jackson, Mississippi, averaging almost 6 points a game, 4.5 rebounds. Had 4 starts last year in that short season, only shooting 43% from the line so far this year. gets the first one to go. He's got 4.
4th on the team in scoring and 2nd in rebounds. And you can see there's the trap right there. You got him right where you want him, but Jones just a little too aggressive. Don't stick your hand in there. They'll call that foul every time.
Second from Evans is also good. He's got 5 points. Tigers build a 6-point lead. Trajan Wesley is checked in for Louisiana. And he's got it outside. He'll take it inside and he'll try to leave it for Richards, but it's going to go into the hands of the Tigers. Nice hustle defensive play as Evans comes the other way. Inside pass, but a foul's going to be called before McInnes went up to try to get the basketball.
And that's Wesley's game. Penetrate into the paint and find your bigs. He dumps it off. Richards, I think, was not expecting it. And now Wesley's going to get a foul called on the other side. Yeah, you can see him grab his arm on the lob, so he didn't go up there and dunk another one. That was McInnes. He'll shoot 2.
Missed the first 2 today after making 11 out of 12 in the Tigers' first 5 games. Gets this one to go. He's got 7 points.
Actually called that foul on the ground. He was shooting 1 and 1. Makes the first one. He'll get another one.
Gets the second one to go. McInnes averages 11.4. He's already getting close to that. He's got 8 already. Jones on the drive. He'll kick it to Wesley in the corner. His long 3. And a foul's going to be called on the rebound. Might have been Hicks getting a hand in.
I think you're right. Grabbed his jersey on the rebound so he couldn't go get that offensive rebound.
For Hicks, it's his 2nd foul.
Nice pass by Jones. You see penetration from the left side, and Wesley wide open on the right side, unable to knock down the 3. But Richard with the motor, constantly going to the offensive glass, draws the foul and will shoot free throws.
Richard's a 56% free throw shooter this year, 9 out of 16. Off the back iron, no good. And McInnes has the rebound. He's got 4 of those. Tigers by 8 and with possession. Watson's checked back in. The step back 3.
Great defense.
But nobody there, but look at the follow-up by McInnes. And he's in double figures with 10.
Wow, great defense by Garnett. Actually contested, forced a tough shot, but McInnes cleaning it up.
Richards around the screen gets his first basket. And a foul.
Delay of game.
Oh, just a delay. Okay.
Yep.
Just knocked it away. So we will get the timeout. 3:50 left here in the first half. It's the Tigers by 8 here at the Cajun Dome. Played in what was basically the 5th place game of the Rainbow Classic in Honolulu. And my partner Eric Mouton missed that trip by 1 year. He had finished his eligibility and graduated 1 year too early.
Yeah, we got to go when we were juniors. We took some big time players up there with Kevin Brooks and Aaron Mitchell, and we did make our trip, but did not make that one. But man, I'm really impressed with this Jackson State team. They come in 0-5, but like we mentioned in the opening, this is not an 0-5 team. They played some good people and kind of getting things going at the right time.
Evans outside gets a screen from McInnes. Now puts it down low to McInnes on the baseline. Turnaround jumpers put up. That's clears the basket, no good. It's going to go out of bounds. It will stay with Jackson State. One more note on that Rainbow Classic game. Jackson State had a guy named Lindsey Hunter.
Absolutely.
Played in the NBA, put up 43 in that game.
A score.
And is now head coach in the SWAC. He's the head coach at Mississippi Valley. Watson inside with the little jumper right before the shot clock. And he gets it to go. He's got 10.
Great use of the shot fake again right there.
It's a double-figure lead for the visiting Tigers. Akuba at the high post. He will leave it for Garnett. Derek Cadwell has it knocked away. Tried to find Wesley going the other way. Shots put up. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. Putting it up. Won't go. But Terrence Lewis will go to the line.
Just can't turn it over in your half-court offense. Bad pass that time leads to transition. Can't finish initially, but so much attention paid.
Jackson State in the ball game. Lewis shooting his first free throws of the year. Came in averaging 2 points a game. Jackson State right now 9 of 11 from the free throw line, and that was one of the things we mentioned, Eric, that the Tigers haven't gotten there enough. They'd only made 30 free throws through their first 5 games this year. That's only 6 a game. They'd only shot 44 in 5 games.
Seems like they're attacking today, trying to get to the rim, and when you come out and guard three-point shooters, a lot of times those shot fake drives, draw some fouls, get to the line. Got to convert though.
Yep, second by Lewis is in and out, no good. Akuba has the rebound. He'll bring it across the half-court spot and leave it for Garnett. Michael Thomas has checked in for Louisiana. That means the Cajuns have now played 14 players here in the first half. 3-ball put up by Garnett is up and good. That little set shot is so effective.
And that's great execution. He actually set a back screen and then came off of a dribble handoff for a wide open look, and it's a quick release. You better be right on him or he's going to knock it down. And a turnover.
Pass across court, but Evans had a foot on the line. And it's a turnover for the Tigers. 7 turnovers for Jackson State. Cajuns have turned it over 11 times here in the first half. Michael Thomas, the freshman from Lake Charles, running the point now. Down low, it's Akuba. Got it inside. Battle in there. He'll draw the foul and he'll go to the line.
There's a little high-low action when you have Brown at the top of the key, brings the other big out with him. Akuba posts up, seals. A nice pass inside. You can see the lob. Good help. You see all the blue jerseys inside trying to make Akuba kick it out, but he goes up and draws the foul.
Foul is on Lewis, his first. Double bonus time for Louisiana. Would be a 2-shot foul anyway for Akuba. Shooting 63% from the line this year, 10 out of 16. Before that shot.
Great touch for the big man. Also on the Lou Henson watch list. Mid-major player of the year candidate.
Second shot is no good. Battle for the rebound, and I think Jordan Brown might have gotten hit with an over the back that time.
Yeah, good block out. Sometimes you just got to accept that block out and say, hey, you got me this time. If you can't get around and get position, jumping over the back is just kind of a cheap foul. That far away from the basket, now they get to shoot free throws.
Brown's first. Cajuns are also over the double bonus limit as Terrence Lewis will go back to the line. He was just 1 out of 2 there a moment ago. Junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, has the first one roll in and out.
Yeah, once you get blocked out like that, just accept it, get back on defense, and not pick up that cheap foul that time.
Lewis transferred from New Mexico Junior College. Second shot's up and good. He's 2 out of 4 there. Tigers again build the 8-point advantage. Jackson State has led by as many as 11 in this one. Garnett goes to Brown, looking down low to Akuba, and Lewis just picked up with his quick second foul. It's a free throw contest here in the last couple of minutes.
Same play, just going with Brown at the top of the key, looking for Akuba inside. There he is. You can see Akuba posting up, and yeah, Lewis just kind of grabs his arm overworks him trying to get position, they'll call that foul.
Second foul on Lewis. Kuba will be shooting a pair once again. Led the Sun Belt Conference in both field goal percentage and blocks last year, and both of those were by huge margins. There was really nobody close.
His timing on shot blocking is unbelievable. He's long, but he does time it well to avoid those fouls. Got in foul trouble a couple times last year, but this year doing a nice job of playing without fouling. If they can keep hitting free throws, Jackson State keeps missing it. Louisiana inching closer.
James out front. Cajuns will switch. Watson puts up the tough jumper and hit it. Gabe Watson with his 4th field goal. He's got 12 points here in the first half.
Yeah, that's just putting the ball in your best player's hands and saying go make a play, and good players make tough shots, and that is a tough shot. Pretty good defense by Louisiana right there.
Thomas was looking inside. The lob to Jordan Brown. He flushes home his 7th point.
And I like Michael Thomas now. He can handle the basketball. He's also a great passer, comes from a great program right down the road over there in Lake Charles, and that's a beautiful penetration and pass. Ooh, what a move.
Watson with a nice move going the other way, and somehow getting it to go was Lewis. Went off a couple of hands, but Tigers get the basket. Lewis has his first. Three ball by Garnett. That one's not there. Evans has the rebound. And in transition, a lob again, looking for McInnes, but he can't control that one out of bounds, and it will be Cajun basketball.
Yeah, maybe a little quick that time by James. Too much traffic in the lane to throw that lob. Turnover, Louisiana now taking their time. They can't take the last shot of the half, but they're going to wind this shot clock down and try to get a good one.
About a 7-second difference in the game and the shot clock as Thomas has it outside. He'll probably take it right down to the nub and try to keep Jackson State from getting a shot at the end. Thomas cross court. Jordan Brown will launch the 3 off the front iron. Battle for the board. Coming away with it is the Tigers. They'll have a chance. Evans gets it to Watson. He launches the long 3, and a foul's going to be called at the 35-foot mark on Garnett.
I think Garnett might have got underneath him and didn't let him land. I'm not sure he made contact on top, but I think they're going to call that with the body.
They're going to go to the monitor and look at the clock. They'll probably end up putting some time back on, but it's going to be, they're going to put 0.3 of a second back up, and it will be a 3-shot foul for Gabe Watson. And we'll get a chance to see, and actually there should be more time on there than that. If they go to the monitor, they would put even more time on, but they'll stick with the 0.3 seconds apparently. Watson with the first 2. And he can equal the Tigers' largest lead of the ball game. And Cajuns can't do much with the 0.3 as they will inbound. And Jackson State 0-5 on the season, but they will go to the locker room. players in the first half.
Yeah, and inserting Gabe Watson, number 0, into the lineup for Jackson State. He's got 15 points. McInnes with 10 points and 6 rebounds. That's typical for him. He'll finish with a double-double as he's averaging a double-double. Louisiana's got to do a little better job of getting back on defense, but off of turnovers. A lot of times you'll get a lot of fast breaks and turn those into points. So 10 fast break points for Jackson State, only 4 for Louisiana.
The Raging Cajuns that matched their biggest lead of the ball game. Goes into points, and the Tigers will get the basketball to start the second half.
And it looks like Coach Marlin's going with that starting lineup that we saw earlier in the year with Brown back in there, and also Kobe Julian, Garnett, Williams, and Akuba.
Ken Evans will trigger it in and almost threw it away, but Jonas James is able to run it down in the backcourt. Cajuns in the switching man-to-man as Freeman looks for an opening. Go down low to McInnes. Inside shot put up and good. Nice little teardrop move by Ken Evans. He's got 7 in the game. And Jackson State with its largest lead.
Feed the post and cutting off of a post feed. It's a nice play and a nice pass, and he's able to finish over Akuba.
Williams to Julian, tries to leave it for Akuba. Ball goes off his hands. Another Cajun turnover, and Javius McInnes comes away with the loose ball.
Jackson State denying. When you get denied, you do want to go back door. It's a nice couple of passes right there, but Akuba unable to get a handle on it, and another turnover to start the half for the Raging Cajuns.
James gives it up to Freeman. Cross-court pass to Watson. His 3 ball rattles in and out, no good. And Jordan Brown took a pretty good shot. It was either from McInnes or from his teammate Akuba as there was a collision.
I think McInnes got him reaching for the ball.
Yeah, nothing intentional or anything, but Brown just was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you see the elbow go up there. Yep, they're just going for the basketball.
Akuba was actually trying to block him out, and he was coming through, kind of tangled up with Akuba. He got his left arm up and just caught Brown right in the face.
McInnes picks up his 2nd foul. So it looks like Brown's going to stay in. He waved the trainer off.
He did.
B.J. Duplantis was ready to go, but Brown will stay in the game. If the trainer comes out, he would have had to leave the game. So. Garnett beats the pressure. Puts it into the hands of Brown. Trying to get it to Julian. Back to Brown. He'll kick it back to Garnett. He'll leave it for Julian. Cajuns sharing the basketball, and Julian with the drive and puts up the jumper. He's got 9.
Good offense, ball going side to side, showing good patience. Kick it out to Julian, and he's able to use that quick first step to get to the front of the rim and finish.
Freeman puts up the jumper and hits it. He's got his first basket of the ball game. The graduate student from Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
There's another basket for the Tigers after a shot fake, getting Brown off the ground and hitting the mid-range jumper.
Julian inside, gets it to go, and draws the foul. Kobe Julian's got 11 already, came in averaging 6.8.
Didn't start today, and we saw Jones being very aggressive in the first half to start the game. Kobe Julian here taking over for Louisiana.
Chris Freeman picks up his 3rd foul. 2nd team foul on the Tigers in the half, and Julian 1 for 1 today, just over 60% on the year. He's got 12. James being defended by Garnett, gets past him, and he'll put up the jumper in the lane and hit it. Jonas James has 6 points.
That's a risky take when you put so much pressure on the ball at half court. Greg Williams.
Williams drives in and gets his first basket of the day.
That's a great push after a made basket. Defense sometimes will jog back, and Greg Williams sprints it up the court, and a nice finish for the Lafayette Christian Academy product.
McInnes leaves it for Watson, driving on Garnett. Garnett strips it away, but the foul's called.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think Garnett got his arm in there.
2nd foul on Garnett. 1st team foul on the Cajuns. And they will send Watson to the line to shoot a pair. He is 7 for 7 from the line, hit the 3 at the horn right at the end of the first half. And now 8 for 8. And you'll see, get a chance to get another look at it.
As he was going up, Garnett just got him across the right arm.
Watson has 17. The Tulane transfer, easily the leading scorer in the ball game for both teams. Williams out front was looking low and gets a screen from Akuba. Tried to do the give and go. Julian clears it out off glass. That's no good. Coming away with the loose ball rebound again is Evans.
Clears it out is a good way to put it. Big, strong, moving bodies out the way. Had a pretty good look, unable to knock down the mid-range jumper off the glass.
Cross court, they put it in the hands of Evans, driving the baseline, knocked away down low, but the Tigers keep it. And Watson will put up the jumper. Tough shot that time, might have gotten a little too aggressive.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Good defense for Louisiana. Right back at you.
Garnett for 3. That leaves that one out. Couldn't get that one to drop. Tigers come away with the rebound again. Jackson State with a 20-18 rebound advantage in this one over a much taller Cajun team.
They do a great job of blocking out and maintaining that position. It's Greg Williams active with the steal.
Knocked away into the hands of Akuba. They leave it for Julian. Cross court Garnett. He'll launch it again and hit this one. Kentrell Garnett with his 2nd triple.
There's some points off of a turnover. A wide open shot from the wing. Good defense leads to good offense. Garnett knocks it down.
Louisiana back within single digits for the first time in a while. Watson, he gets fouled on the way to the basket, and Garnett doesn't like picking up the 3rd foul. It'll be Tiger ball when we come back. 15:44 left in this one. The Cajuns trail by 9 here at the Cajun Dome.
At Cleveland State, there's a way of thinking that connects us. We want to make
Jackson State from Tulane, where he was the Greenway's third leading scorer last year, averaged 7.9 points a game at a high of 18 in 12 starts. And he has been the offensive force in this one, mostly because he's been able to get to the free throw line. He had the block shot there, but he is 9 for 9 from the line, on the way to 17 points right now.
Being very aggressive out of Mississippi. His father actually played at Mississippi State, went to Southern Miss out of high school for a couple of years, then Tulane, and now getting it done here for Jackson State. And he can score on all three levels.
He was actually Southern Miss's leading scorer his sophomore year, and you see him with the turnaround jumper here. He's got 19. He averaged 13 a game for Southern Miss back in the 2020 season.
Great call after timeout by Coach Brent, going right to his leading scorer, getting a mid-range jumper for another deuce.
Brown looking for somebody, gets in the hands of Garnett.
Their team defense has been outstanding today, only 43 for Louisiana right now.
Brown inside to Akuba, gets the basket to go. Tried to draw the foul as he gets his second basket. He's got 7 points.
And a great pass by Brown as they decide to double him on the block, but nobody rotates on the weak side. He dumps it to Akuba. Akuba finishes. Could have been a foul, but no call.
A knock away from Watson, and it will be a held ball situation. Alternating possession will go to Louisiana.
There's the Raging Cajuns paying a little more attention to Watson as he penetrates. There's 3 or 4 white jerseys right there to keep him out of the paint.
Wayne Brent in his 9th year as the head coach of the Tigers. The Tigers won the SWAC regular season last year. They went 11-0 in conference play, lost out in the second round of the SWAC conference tournament. Julian cross court, nobody there as Brown was cutting to the basket.
Wanted to go to Akuba on the roll after the ball screen, and Jordan was on the other side, and his man stepped into the lane to help. Julian didn't throw it inside, tried to skip it to Brown, but Brown was flashing at the time.
Duguay will check in. Akuba will get a blow. Gay only played 2 minutes in the first half. He picked up that second part of the double technical, carrying 2 fouls. Watson tries to drive, kicks it out to Taylor. Got away with the travel that time as he drug his foot across the lane. James tries to get something going. He'll take lane. He'll kick it outside to Taylor. And Taylor will nail the three-pointer. Tigers were only 1 of 8 outside the arc before that shot. And a block is going to be called on the other end as James is going to pick up his first foul. Williams is taking it to the basket.
Yeah, Kobe Julian just stuck his foot in the lane to try to help on that drive that time and left Taylor wide open on the wing. Closed out, got his hand up. Taylor able to knock it down. Greg Williams being aggressive on the offensive end. He'll draw the foul and get to the line.
Williams, 64% free throw shooter this year, has not been to the line today. He's got 2 points. Returned to his hometown of Lafayette after playing at St. John's. See the drive here, and James is trying to get position. Never got position on the drive.
You can see a lot of blue jerseys in the paint. They want to take away the drives, make him kick it out and hit threes. Now some full court pressure. Looking to trap here by the Raging Cajuns. Got him right where they want him.
Ball almost gets away from Taylor, but into the hands of Watson. Taylor has it again. James drives on Williams. He'll leave it for Watson outside. He'll take the 18-footer. That one's all fired, and Williams comes away with it. Now the Cajuns trying to go in transition. And an offensive foul is going to be called in the lane as Taylor had the position. And Greg Williams picks up his second foul. And a lot of fans didn't like that one.
Yeah, and Williams pushing it up the court. And you can see kind of after the play kind of slides over. Dalcourt does hit the three-pointer right there. So a huge play by Taylor. If he doesn't try to take the charge, he's not going to get it as he goes to the bench.
Comes up limping a little bit. And took a pretty good shot, but it certainly looked like he was still moving backwards.
It did. Didn't affect the play at all.
James outside. He'll go down low to Hicks. Working against Julian. Twist move. Gives it up inside. Nice ball movement. Puts it in the hands of a wide open McInnes.
That's why the weak side's got to rotate down. They did a good job on the ball side, not allowing a layup, but no rotation on the weak side allows the dunk to happen for the Tigers.
Yeah, he puts it in the hands of Brown at the high post. Dalcourt will tip it out to Gay. He'll launch the long three in and out, but Brown has the offensive rebound. His little baby hook is up and good. Jordan Brown's got 9 points.
Weak side rebounding. A lot of times when a shot is taken from the right side, that ball's going to go to the weak side of the rim, and Brown doing a nice job establishing position, and when he gets that close, he's going to finish every time.
James looks for the screen from Hicks, but leaves it on the far court. Thought he was out of control. Watson with the long three. That one is offline. Gay with the rebound. And then a turnover on the pass. And getting the layup is Jonas James off the steal. And another Cajun turnover leads directly to a basket.
That's a heads-up play by James. Stealing a bucket.
Dalcourt back to Gay. He'll launch the three. That's off iron. McInnes has the board. He's got 8 to go with his 12 points.
Getting pretty good looks, just nothing going down right now for Louisiana. Still struggling from outside the arc. They got to put a few stops together, hit a couple of baskets to get back in this one.
Louisiana 3 out of 13 from outside the three-point line. Evans down low to McInnes. A lot of bumping around, a lot of foot moving. He throws up the hook shot and gets it to go. We'll see what it is when we come back. 11:26 left in this one. Tigers by 12. horn, you'll see the shot is put up as long as it clears his hand before the zero hit, and it was really, really close, but I think it's the right call.
I agree, and no panic from the Tigers. They ran it all the way down to 1 second, didn't force anything, got the ball down to the block, and McInnes made a nice jump hook right there for 2 points, and they called a quick timeout after the basket.
14 points now for McInnes as Jackson State again matches its largest lead at 14. And Brayan Ayu checks back in for the Cajuns to run the point. Tries to get a screen from Akuba. Leaves it for Dalcourt. Akuba working inside. Cross-court pass. Julian will drive the baseline, put up the tough shot. A lot of contact, no call. It goes out of bounds, and the Cajuns will keep possession.
That's good execution, good ball movement. Kobe Julian driving baseline, going to the rim is a great option for the Raging Cajuns. It did look like help came over and fouled him, but no call. Just got to play through it.
Dalcourt down low to Akuba. Spin move inside, blocked away by McInnes. Here come the Tigers. McInnes, the defensive player of the year in the SWAC last year. You're seeing why.
Well, you don't see Akuba get that shot blocked very often. Uses his body, kind of a jump hook to protect it. But McInnes with great timing and a nice shot block there.
James gives it up to Evans. He gets his shot partially blocked, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it will stay with Jackson State with 8 on the shot clock.
Much better defense the last few possessions for the Raging Cajuns. I know Coach Marlin probably preached that in that timeout. Got to get stops.
Watson slips down, and he will be called out of bounds. Dalcourt came up with the loose ball, but Watson hit the sideline, or the end line rather, before the steal. And you see just loses a foot, and out of bounds. Turnover number 11 for Jackson State.
Doing a nice job chasing him, just not giving him anything easy. Now Louisiana's got to put some points on the board.
AU on the drive. They leave it for Julian on the baseline. Deep three-pointer. That's in and out. No good. Cajuns only 3 out of 14 outside the arc. And now the Tigers will play a little possession.
Not a terrible shot there for Julian. Just a little bit long. It was right on line. They got the look they wanted.
Watson with the jumper. That's all fire, and Akuba controls the rebound.
Very good defense by
long down court looking for Gay, but it's knocked away by McInnes out of bounds. It will stay with Louisiana. Darian Wilson checks back in for Jackson State. Gabe Watson will get a rest. And Chris Freeman also checks back in. Freeman, a transfer from Texas Rio Grande Valley. Julian leaves it for AU. He'll go down low to Akuba. Hook shot with the left hand. That won't go. Evans has the rebound.
Again, the shot you want. Big fella right in the paint, goes with the left hand to avoid the shot block that time. Uncontested and just not able to knock it down.
Cajuns shooting 41% in the game. Jackson State at 55% now. And Julian's going to be called for the foul as trying to contest James' pass. Picks up his first foul.
Yeah, stepped over. Pretty good position to help, but a lot of times you need help with your body. Slide your feet over there, maybe take a charge. Anytime you reach in like that, they'll call that foul. Coach Marlin takes the timeout.
Cajuns will take the timeout. 9:23 left in this one. Jackson State with a 14-point lead here at the Cajun Dome. the Tigers are just getting started. They will open their season with 12 straight games away from home. They'll be heading to Marquette for a midweek game next Wednesday night. They'll also play a Saturday, December 4th game against Illinois State. And then after finals, a 3-game road trip at Iowa State, Northern Iowa, and Drake. They'll also play a road game at Stephen F. Austin before finally coming home December 29th against Southeastern Baptist.
Got to be one of the toughest schedules, not just in the SWAC, but maybe in the country. Illinois, Louisiana Tech, Marshall, Indiana, the Raging Cajuns, Marquette. I mean, they play some good people to prepare for that conference. They won it all last year, and I know that's the plan again this year.
James inside. Wow. Nice little move by Gabe Watson to put it away. And he's got 21.
You deny the leading scorer. A lot of times that's what you can get, a back door.
Inside to Brown. They'll kick it out to Dalcourt for 3. Jalen Dalcourt with his first bucket of the game.
Good offense there. They moved the ball. They got it inside. Kicked it out. Jalen Dalcourt ready to knock one down. Here's some defense by AU, and he's got the turnover.
Knocked away, and they'll say it went off the leg of James. And AU doesn't have the quick hands, but he's always in good position.
High IQ. We're talking to Coach Morris. He just said he's an absolute winner. And everywhere he's been, he's won. And if he can get healthy, get back into the mix, it'll be a nice option at point guard for Coach Marlin.
Gets it to Gay at the high post. Jones back in the game. Inside, finds Brown, and he puts it home. Jordan Brown now has 11.
Good offense once again. Good passing, a little penetration, and Jones with a nice bounce pass to Brown, who finishes. A little momentum on Louisiana's side here. Crowd getting into it.
James cross court. Gets it to Freeman. He puts up the jumper. That's no good. And good position that time by Jordan Brown as he comes away with the board. And a foul called in transition as Jones was impeded by Ken Evans. His first, 4th team foul on the Tigers, so the Cajuns will be inbounding. And McKinnis quickly checks back in for Hicks. And Dylan Taylor, also a late substitution, will come back in for Evans, who just picked up the foul. It was just his first. Puts it into Dalcourt's hands, working against Watson, has it knocked away. Ball is loose on the floor, and Gay with the hustle move, and the Cajuns can't keep it in the front court. As Gay with the diving grab, but tried to get rid of it, and it will be Jackson State ball when we come back. 7:47 left in this one. Tigers Dalcourt loses it for a moment. Duguay was a guy in there battling, came up with the loose ball and just tried to find a teammate. And Jones just couldn't keep it in the front court. Well, we talked about hustle plays. For the most part of this one, it's been the Tigers that have made more.
It has, but you can see right there that both of those Louisiana guys getting on the floor, getting dirty. Another thing you've got to do to win games is rebound the ball. Jackson State coming in, being out-rebounded by almost 7 a game this year. Right now, they're actually leading the rebounding battle against the Raging Cajuns.
Watson working against AU. He will drive, put up the jumper. That's all fine, but Watson gets his own rebound, and he's done that a couple of times.
That's exactly right. AU's got to do a better job of blocking out the shooter. A lot of times you don't think the shooter can get the rebound. If that ball bounces right back to him and you don't rebound it, it'll be an extra possession, and they've got one here.
James on the drive, cross-court pass, and the long three's put up. That's no good from Freeman. Jones again with the rebound. And AU will take it inside, leave it for Gay. Back to Dalcourt in the corner. Jalen Dalcourt with his second triple.
You can see here lately, Dalcourt starting to feel it. And when you start to feel it, you want the ball, but your teammates have got to find you. Great job by Louisiana sharing the basketball and finding Dalcourt for 3, and now the crowd is into it.
Not a big crowd today with the early morning Saturday start, but they're starting to get into it for the first time. James with the long 3 ball.
It's a huge shot by James.
40% shooter outside the arc. Just hadn't taken very many. 4 out of 10 this year.
And probably a shot your old Coach Marlin okay with him taking right there. That deep. You go rebounded, but man, he's able to knock it down and extend the lead.
AU to Gay, might have got away with a travel. Now he'll put up the short jumper in the lane, no good. Gay with his own rebound, puts it up and draws the foul.
Didn't block out the shooter on that end.
Gay with 4 points. Foul, I think, is on Freeman. That's his 4th. And Gay will go to the line. Perfect this year, only 2 out of 2. Only played 2 minutes in the first half. In and out on the free throw. Ball's tapped out, though, and Jackson State comes up with the loose one.
Nice job by Brown tipping that out, giving his chance. He couldn't get both hands on it, so he just tipped it out, giving his team a chance to come up with it. But the Tigers secure the defensive rebound after the free throw. Now they go inside.
McInnes working against Brown a long way from the basket. And, oh, nope, thought the travel call was made.
It was close.
Quick cross court. Now they put it into James's hands again. This 3, though, is not there. Jones comes away with the rebound. Tried to get it down low and knocked away. It will belong to Louisiana. Jones with a good idea, trying to hit Brown, hidden to the basket.
And Jones can rebound the ball, and he's got guard skills. He pushes it up, and if Brown would have kept running, he might have been able to finish right there. Julian in for Gay. Gay with some pretty solid minutes right there for Coach Marlin.
Darius Hicks checks back in for Jackson State. Cajuns inbound with plenty time, 25 on the shot clock. They'll finally get it into Brown. Williams tries to go back to Brown, and he was cutting to the basket again. And another Cajun turnover. That's 17 in the game.
Wow. Just too many right there. And again, these guys haven't played together other than practice very much. And I think all of this is going to come. Fans just need to be patient, let Coach Marlin do his thing. There's enough talent out there to win.
James on the baseline to Hicks. He'll take the jumper and hit it. Darius Hicks with his second basket of the ball game. Did not play at all in the last game against Indiana. Has given Jackson State some key minutes today. Brown at the top of the key. We're inside 5 minutes. Dalcourt will stop and shoot the 3 and hit another one. Jalen Dalcourt has got 3 triples in the game after shooting only 27% through Louisiana's first 5.
Well, he's feeling it right off that ball screen, rises up, knocks down another 3. Louisiana getting close. They just need to get a few more stops. They've been playing great defense here late.
Watson working against Dalcourt. Has it knocked away, and a foul's going to be called on the way to the basket. And Jalen Dalcourt doesn't believe it, and the whistle again came from one of the outside officials. Dalcourt picks up his second foul. Dalcourt transferred back to his hometown, Lafayette High product from San Jose State. As Akuba checks back in, Brown will go out.
He also draws the assignment. He's a great defender. He's got the assignment of Watson. Watson being aggressive, trying to extend that lead, and a little bit of a late whistle, but there was a lot of contact on the drive. They go to Watson again. Dalcourt's got him.
They leave it with McInnes on the baseline, working against Akuba. Takes it inside, pins it on the glass and the rim, and gets it to roll. And a quick timeout taken by Jackson State. 16 points for McInnes. 4:10 left in this one. Jackson State rebuilds the 10-point lead.
Comes to you, and he's also drawing the assignment of having to lock up the Tigers' best player in number 0, Watson.
Perfect from three-point range today. Dalcourt, our good buddy Hollis Conway would like this. Former state high school high jump champion. Of course, our buddy Hollis Conway, Cajun alumni, and a two-time Olympic medalist in that event.
Dalcourt can fly. If he gets a breakaway, he's going to try to dunk it. I guarantee you that.
Julian's going to get fouled at the top of the key by Hicks. His third foul, 16 foul for Jackson State, so Cajun's still not in the bonus.
I like this call out of a timeout for Coach Marlin. Go to Kobe Julian. He fakes the handoff, try to get the defense moving one way, and he was going to drive the other way. He actually draws the foul. They'll maintain possession.
At the 4-minute mark,
Same
Julian on the drive, stops with a little short jumper, up and good.
Nice.
Kobe Julian's got 14, 7 in each half.
Louisiana extends the pressure a little bit, see if they can't get a turnover and a quick basket, and now Coach Brent in no hurry. They'll run some clock.
Watson working against Dalcourt on the drive, stops and takes the jumper. All fired. Julian comes away with the rebound. And he will take it all the way to the basket. They'll call the offensive foul, and this is not a good call.
In the shoulder. Great defense by Dalcourt on the other end, and Julian gets all the way to the basket. Could have been an and one, but a charge is called on Kobe Julian. He kind of Euro steps hits it on the side.
That's not a good call. Dylan Taylor drew the offensive foul.
Coach Mullen's hot too. Big play. What a big play.
For Julian, it's his second foul. And it will be Tiger basketball when we come back. Shooting in the bonus, and Bob Marlin was pretty animated on the sideline and deserved to be on that one. Inbounds pass to James, almost stolen away as Taylor comes away with it. They put it in the hands of Watson, and the Tigers will hold up and run the offense. James on the drive, the teardrop. Somebody, Akuba, got a piece of it. Loose on the floor, and it's going to belong to Louisiana.
There's the stop. Boy, James maybe a little quick with that shot, driving the lane, and Akuba does get a piece of it.
Just got a little bit of it. You know, he might have been trying to put it down low to McInnes because he had good position in there, but Akuba got the little deflection. Julian launches the three. That won't go. Watson comes away with a big rebound.
Man, open look from the top of the key, just a little bit short. Not a bad shot there. They're attacking again. Good
Taylor gets it knocked away, and it's off his leg, and it'll go out of bounds. And that was just created by Kentrell Garnett with a quick hand.
No doubt. Looked like his man had gotten by him, but he doesn't give up on the play. Reaches around, gets a piece of it off of the Tigers' legs, and the Raging Cajuns will take over.
Julian on the drive, and now has it go out of bounds, and it will belong to Jackson State. Got a little out of control as he went to the basket.
Coach Marlin playing through Kobe Julian right now. Everything is him attacking, finding somebody, trying to take over, and now he'll get a blow.
He'll get a rest as Duguay checks back in. Louisiana probably going to start playing some offensive, defensive substitutions.
Same thing for the Tigers. Coach wants his best free throw shooters in just in case you go to the basket and draw a foul, and then late in the game, you got to have guys in there that can make free throws.
Inbounds pass, and it's going to hit out of bounds. Jonas James was the intended target, but it hit out of bounds before he could get a hand on the ball right in front of the Louisiana bench. So a key turnover for Jackson State. And offensive defensive substitution as Hicks comes back in, taking the spot of Evans. Discussion in front of the Louisiana bench.
They're discussing whether the ball hit the sideline, because if it didn't hit the sideline, they would take it out on the baseline. But if it hit the sideline, that's where it went out. They'll play it from there.
And the Cajuns, since it did, well, he stepped out of bounds. So it is the correct positioning, and also the 20 seconds on the shot clock if that comes into play, which it probably should matter because the Cajuns are going to be trying to put up some quick ones. Down low to Akuba, and he gets fouled inside by McInnes, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair.
And they are not letting Jalen Dalcourt get another look. You can see that time the defense extended all the way outside the three-point line, but he penetrated a little bit, made a nice pass to Akuba inside, and Akuba will go to the line. Nice play by Dalcourt.
Cajuns have made 6 of their last 8 shots as Akuba hits the free throw. He's now 4 out of 5 at the line. He's got 8 points.
And you got to hit these free throws, especially that second one, so you can get your defense up and deny the inbound pass.
Off the back iron, McInnes has the rebound.
They'll keep the pressure up.
And for McInnes, that's a double-double. That's his 10th board to go with 16 points. James, under pressure, gets rid of it to Taylor as we near the 2-minute mark. And now McInnes on the drive, tries to spin around. Pretty good defense by Akuba. That's off iron. McInnes crashes the boards, but Gay comes away with the loose ball. Dalcourt down low. Akuba, and he is fouled, and he will go back to the line.
In transition, Greg Williams doing a nice job. His heads up, gets it to Dalcourt on the wing, and boy, beautiful pass inside to Akuba again. And this is what you want if you coach Marlin. The clock is not running, and you got a chance to get closer.
Akuba 4 out of 6 at the line today, 63% for the season as he hits the first. 18 fouls now on Jackson State. Evans will check back in for the Tigers as Akuba can bring the Cajuns back within 5 for the first time since the first half. Inside 2 minutes. As James working in the backcourt, working against Garnett. Beats the timeline, now splits the defense, puts up the shot, and
I think Akuba fouled him.
Yep, foul was called, and yep, it's going to be called on Akuba. That is his first foul, 7th team foul on Louisiana, but looked like a 2-shot foul anyway. As again, I'm wondering if he's trying to just lob it up there for McInnes, because McInnes is in the right position.
Yeah, when you draw help, that block-to-block pass or the lob is there. Oh, a little short on that free throw.
James has only shot 1 free throw all year. He was 1 for 1 before that one. James did not score in the game against Indiana on Tuesday night. He's got 11 in this one. And misses the second one. 5-point game, and the Cajuns have the ball. As Williams finds Dalcourt. That one was partially touched, but Louisiana gets the offensive rebound, and he'll go to the line as Taylor hit him on the way up.
Early in the game, and even in this second half, Dalcourt getting all the looks he wants. Now they're not letting him get a good look at the basket. They block his three-pointer, but Kobe Julian with the rebound and draws the foul.
9th foul on Jackson State, so the Cajuns will shoot a pair from here on in. This is a 2-shot foul for Julian, who is 2 for 2 today. Can't get the first one to go.
Got to hit those free ones. Same thing for Jackson State as James missed 2 on the other end. Now Julian missing 1 on this side.
3 turnovers for Jackson State in the last 2.5 minutes.
And they'll extend their defense again. It'll be some full court pressure whether he misses or makes it, but he knocks it down. Now they'll deny. Coach Marlin sends a sub to the table so they can set up their defense.
Julian with 15 points. As the Cajuns have drawn back within 4, and they put it in the hands of Watson, right back to Wilson. Oh, check that to Evans, who's working against Gay. Now he'll leave it for James, and the Tigers will set up the offense. With 70 seconds left in this one. Tigers by 4. Drive inside. No foul called. A lot of contact as Taylor went up. Pretty good defense by Louisiana.
They stayed straight up. That's exactly right. They didn't have those hands come down where they're called a foul. Greg Williams draws the foul. And a foul is going to be on Taylor, and that is team foul number 10 on the Tigers. So Williams will shoot 2, and he could make this a 2-point game. Yep, Greg just attacking the basket, getting to the rim either for himself or he's a great passer as well. He'll find one of his teammates with too much contact on the drive.
The junior from Lafayette Christian Academy, transferred back home from St. John's. Off the back iron, no good with the first.
Coach Marlin's teams have always been able to shoot free throws. You know they're going to pay a little more attention to that in practice over the next couple of days. Got to hit those free ones, especially with the clock not running.
Cajuns 12 out of 18 at the line. They're only shooting just under 65% from the line this year. And that is not as good as the Cajuns have shot it in the past. This one's also in and out, no good. McInnes has his 11th rebound. And now Louisiana's got to think about fouling. Watson looking to drive. Back up pass to Taylor. Now Jackson State's going to play some keep away as James has it.
Yeah, now it's under 10. You don't want to foul, and they come up with a steal. Great play by Greg Williams.
4 on the shot clock as Hicks was trying to drive. Had to go off his hand, off his leg then. So Louisiana trailing by 4. And a timeout's taken by Tiger coach Wayne Brent. Kobe Julian has been a spark for this team here in the second half. He's got 15 points. And a couple of those coming just like that when he took it inside and was able to use his body control and use the glass. And then get it inside among the big guys.
Big-time player in high school from Madison Prep, and he came here with high expectations, has battled injuries, and you can see here late in this second half, Coach Marlin playing through him, and he's been delivering.
He played only the first 8 games in the 2019-2020 season before he injured a knee. He then missed 47 straight games over a 2-year period before he got back in the lineup and played the last 4 games last year.
Yeah, he's a difference maker when healthy.
Of course, Kobe's dad, Wayne, was a key part of the Cajun program. Played from 1976 to 81. A couple of legacy players on this Cajun program, along with Jordan Brown. As Cajuns inbound, down 4 in the last 30 seconds. Williams will take it to the line and get it to go. He's got 6, and a foul called away from the ball, on the ball with 24 seconds left. And Louisiana's going to turn it into a free throw shooting contest the rest of the way.
And that's a great call by Coach Marlin. Get something going to the basket. You don't need the 3 right now with 30 seconds left. Get you 2, and then find the guy you want to foul. Let him catch the basketball, and you want to foul him right away.
Darius Hicks has not shot a free throw this year.
Got some pressure. Oh, knocks
Gets
it down.
the first one to go. He's got 5 points. In fact, had not scored a point this year until today's game when he's got 5. And he can make it a 2-possession game.
Yep, and on the miss, sometimes coaches will allow him to play and get that 3. Again here, you don't need the 3, as Coach Brent will take a timeout.
2 big free throws by the graduate student from Quitman, Mississippi. The guy who has been the key offensive force for Jackson State all day, Gabe Watson. He had 15 points in the first half. 6 more here in the second. And he has made some tough shots. Very few of them have been easy.
And you say tough shots, you got a guy on your hip the entire game. You've got to have, look at the athleticism right there. You've got to be able to score at all 3 levels. The 3-point shot, the pull-up jumper, and then you've got to be able to get all the way to the rim and be athletic enough to finish D1 basketball. This guy's a heck of a player.
He started 29 games at Southern Mississippi over his first 2 collegiate years, played in 64 games, actually led the Golden Eagles in scoring in his last year there, averaged 13 points a game. And now, Eric, what do the Cajuns do? It's a 4-point game with just over 25 seconds left.
Well, you have the option again to go to the basket, maybe get a quick 2, but that would force Jackson State back to the free throw line. If they make them both, it's a 2-possession game. If you get the 3-pointer right now, then if they make their 2 free throws, a 3-pointer from Louisiana would tie. So kind of depends on how Coach Marlin's feeling. I guarantee you, if one of the Raging Cajuns come open on some penetration and they kick it out, he would not mind taking a 3 right now.
huge crowd today with the early morning start, but it has been a boisterous crowd in these last 10 minutes.
That's for sure. Definitely the last 10 minutes when the defensive intensity got up and Louisiana worked their way all the way back into this game.
Williams will go on the drive, being guarded by Taylor. Take a tough shot. That's no good. McInnes has the rebound, and he is quickly fouled. And not what the Cajuns needed at that point.
Same play as they ran a second ago where he kind of faked that dribble handoff to the wing and then just an isolation for Williams. Last time he's able to get all the way to the basket. This time much better defense made him take a turnaround fadeaway jump shot.
Foul's called on Jones. It's his second, and McInnes will go to the line 2 for 4 today. Came in shooting almost 92% from the line, 11 out of 12 this year. But the first one is no good on the 1-and-1. Julian will take it to the basket. Defended by McInnes. Can't get the layup to go, and now the foul. Tough shot by Julian as McInnes was there to distract and dissuade.
Yep, good defense as they did make him take a tough shot. I'd probably rather him pull up and shoot the 3 right there this late in the clock, and again going to the basket. Jackson State has guys in the lane. Hesitate, make a little move, ball screen, shoot the 3.
Cajuns are over the limit as Gabe Watson goes to the line to shoot the 2-shot foul. He's got 22. And it is a 2-possession game with only 7.7 ticks left. Watson misses the second. Louisiana trying to get off the quick one. They'll get it to Dalcourt. He'll take the 30-footer. That is off the iron, no good. And Jackson State has come into the Cajun Dome and has broken their 5-game loss streak to start the season as they take a 75-70 win over the Cajuns and give Louisiana its first home loss of the year. And Eric, the Tigers, Cajun coaches knew they were dangerous coming in. They shot the ball well.